So we're here at Voodoo Fest, Mississippi Happening, your arts and culture podcast, trying to do our best to help tell the story of the creative economy in Mississippi. And so we've come down to New Orleans right next door to check out the musicians that are here at Voodoo Fest and find the connections to Mississippi that they have. And I understand Mississippi actually has some atoning to do to the Revivalists.
What you're referring to is the Hattiesburg incident. Yeah, we love the great state of Mississippi. It's like a brother to Louisiana. We often travel out there and play shows, it being a neighboring state. There was one evening where you said maybe Mississippi has some atoning to do. We were playing in Hattiesburg at Benny's Boom Boom Room, and an individual in the audience was rather intoxicated, decided he didn't like us for one reason or another. He said, like, "I hate hippie jam band bullshit." He threw his drink on stage.
He was a musician who played somewhere else. He was upset. I don't know.
Yeah, and it landed on some of my gear, and that like angered me. And I'm a pretty mellow person generally, but I decided to put his guitar down, went outside, followed the guy out there. Was about to. No, he wasn't looking at me. I did. We had some words with him. We
surrounded by security was the other thing, so they weren't going to let it get out of control.
I knew the bouncer had my back, so I was like, why'd you do that? Like, I was grilling him on it, and then, it turns out he was drunk, so he actually wrecked his car on the way home.
We watched that go down.
We watched that happen. Like, it was visible from the club while that happened.
and we were just like, yeah. Good luck with the rest of your night, buddy.
Yeah. I actually got a call the next morning from Benny, the club owner, and so Mississippi doesn't have any atoning to do, because the guy woke up and he was like, "Holy shit, why did I do that?" Like, he said he would pay for any damages that I had, and as it turned out, the only damages was that there was like, liquid.
It was a little bit sticky.
It was sticky.
It's basically
sticky.
Yeah.
Sticky. Yeah.
Right on. That's actually
okay. We're cool with Mississippi.
Okay, we're cool.
We love it.
That's good, because that's really all I wanted to do, is get official on the record. We are Mississippi Revivalists. We're straight.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We play a lot of shows there besides Hattiesburg, and they always treat us well. We have lots of fans out there. It was just that one
Mobile's Alabama, bud.
Dave's from Ohio. We did play a hot air balloon race in Natchez last week, and that was awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah,
it was awesome.
Killer.
Right on. To move beyond this, maybe not quite so painful incident. I think a lot of times bringing together a band as large as y'all's is really difficult, and it's interesting. It seemed like y'all's really happened kind of in an organic way. I know Zach, you, and the drummer were the original members, and Dave.
Yeah, it's what Zach and I were kind of playing together before Dave moved to New Orleans, but it's not really accurate to call what we were doing the beginning of the Revivalists. That kind of solidified once Dave joined. So the three of us kind of
we weren't playing out with each other. We were jamming a lot, on the weekends and stuff. And I met Dave. I was riding my bike, and he was sitting on his porch singing a song and playing guitar. And I just stopped to listen, and we started talking, and that's when we started gigging. We brought Andrew in very soon, like 2 weeks after that.
Yeah.
So is the songwriting process for y'all collaborative with all 7 members? Is there more of a chord?
Can be.
It really depends.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times we'll go into the studio or the practice space, and somebody will have an idea, and we can write a song in 4 minutes. Somebody just plays it, and everybody plays, and it's just, there it is.
Yeah.
A lot of other times, somebody will bring in a song and we'll argue and debate for 2 weeks, and by the time it's done, it's a whole different song, but it's still good, So
sometimes they live as little buds of a song for years, and you sort of visit them every now and then. Every couple months, you'll start jamming on it, and be like, oh yeah, and then maybe one day you just focus on it, and boom, it's done. I know this Rolling Stones, like Start Me Up, they had that for like 20 years before they finally fleshed it out the right way. So come anyway.
Yeah, we got a lot of things in the works right now. We'll see how many decades it takes for to complete them.
Yeah. Right on. So just to wrap this up, I also know your van broke down in Mississippi, and I'm hoping maybe.
Yeah. It wasn't Mississippi's fault. It was definitely our van's fault. Actually, probably our trailer's fault.
Probably our fault.
Trailer Jerry. Probably Trailer Jerry's fault.
Did any Mississippians swoop in to help?
Yes. Yes. There was a time that we broke down.
Where was that at?
The first one, it was on the way back from like one of our first tours.
You're thinking of a different time when we broke down. And remember the guy followed us and then used his hydraulic jack, and then like took us to. It was in Oxford, Mississippi, right outside Oxford.
That was
our trailer tire caught fire.
Oh yeah,
and,
I was driving.
This dude came in behind us, and we were trying to. We were late for the gig. It just started raining. It was like compounded worst possible scenario, and this guy pulls up behind us and is just like, "Hey, you need some help?" And so he followed us. Oh, and I think our trailer lights were out, so you couldn't see us on the road. So he followed us with his lights on to a gas station, and then got a hydraulic jack out of his car, changed our tire for us, wouldn't accept any money, was like, if you need any help getting your trailer fixed, call me tomorrow and I'll give you like recommendations.
That's the kind of people
really
you find in Mississippi. You don't find people like that in New York City. Just like, oh, you have a minor inconvenience. Let me devote like 2.5 hours of my time to help you out.
Yeah.
I remember the first time we broke down. It was from a long tour in Mississippi, and we were making it. And Dave, I think you were driving at the time. You said, "Guys, I think we got a problem here." I was like, "What?" The power seems to be fading. We were like 20 miles outside of home.
No, we were 20 miles outside Louisiana.
We were 60 miles. We were 60 miles. 60 miles. Yeah, 60 miles.
Exit 15.
We just died. You know, we didn't know what to do.
The alternator died, so we just couldn't go anymore.
We were just like chilling on the side of the road and the boonies for like another hour. We've just been driving for probably like 15 hours. And I remember I brought out my banjo and like we're just like, well, might as well just jam. And so me and Rob, sax player, started just jamming on the side of the road, waiting for the driver.
And then the tow truck driver came and we couldn't take us all. He couldn't take us all. So then we ride in the van on the tow truck to like the closest gas station.
We've got so many breakdowns, and
we were actually in the tow truck at the time, and
the rest of us were in the van. It was funny. Not a great experience to ride in a van on a tow truck.
Well, I'm glad you made it. Y'all are doing some really great stuff, and it was great to see y'all set here at Voodoo. And I hope that y'all continue coming back to Mississippi, and we continue to treat y'all right.
And we'll be back in Hattiesburg soon, right? November
3rd, 2nd?
No, 2nd. It's
November 2nd at Benny's Boom Boom Room.
Is that a Friday?
Yeah, it is a Friday.
Yep. November 2nd, Benny's Boom Boom Room.
And I guess people can actually
Maggie Kerner.
And I guess people can keep up with y'all at therevivalists.com.
Plural.
Plural. The Revivalists.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome.